All right, cool. Ready?
Yes.
Sir. Yo, what's great with you guys? Today, we are here, Student of the Game podcast. I want to appreciate everybody. This person looks very familiar. I did a podcast with him not too long ago, probably about like 5-6 months ago, maybe. I want to introduce you. What's up with you, Diego? How
What's
you
going
been,
on,
man?
man? I appreciate you too for coming out, bro.
Yeah, definitely. No problem, man. It's always a pleasure speaking to you, man. The history we got, all that type of stuff is always really a pleasure because we've seen each other. You've seen me really grow.
For sure.
And I seen you grow too, but you already had your thing going on before. So it's pretty cool seeing that we here, have conversations again, open conversations, and do what we do for real. I want to first say shout out to all the solo projects that you've been doing with artists. Fire.
Appreciate that, bro.
Fire,
Thank
bro.
you.
Seriously. There's not too many people showing their like creative ways and different ways. Everybody doing it in the same way. And I'm glad that you're taking a step to really just, very often do something different that just looks different to the eye, to the people that's around us. So I definitely want to shout you out and say, yo, keep doing your thing for real.
Yo, I appreciate that. I want to say too, like, little did you know, you started out with me. You
Right.
didn't. I don't think you knew, or you probably did.
I don't think I did know.
But yeah, and I just realized, yo, Brooks was around when I was starting out, right? What I was doing. What's his name?
BJ.
BJ and other dude, man. What's his name?
Deuce.
Deuce, yeah. So we was around, we was on the H, and we was just doing stuff. And I thought about it before doing this project. Prior to that, I was like, yo, Brooks was around. He was always around, bro.
Yeah.
Little did we know.
Yep.
So I want to salute you and thank you. And you'll be helping me out with little things.
Yeah.
And then look where we turned out now. Like, we're here, we're still communicating.
Yep.
You leveled up.
Yep.
Your audio system is crazy, bro, top notch. So I want to salute you. Because a lot of times, like, we salute other people. And people don't really salute us. Not saying we want to be saluted, but people don't really, like, we're creators.
Right.
And what you do, you help a lot of people, bro.
Yes.
By giving them a platform. What I'm doing now, what you doing now, you helping me to create a voice or
Right.
to promote myself or whatever. And I want to say thank you, bro.
Nah, I
Because
appreciate
you don't
that,
need
man.
to do it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. No lie, man. And one thing I want to start with, I didn't know that was the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I was into the camera stuff and just like that stuff, but I just kind of wanted to be the person that was like in the background, yo, y'all do this, do that, do this, do that. And it'd make everything like look a certain way. And I feel like it just stuck out to you because most of the times in the video, I ain't want to be in the video. I'm
was
like,
always in the cup.
yeah,
You
y'all
was
do
always
y'all
in the
thing.
cup.
Like this
You always
not-
supported though, but you was like playing the background.
Yeah, man, because I know my role. My role wasn't, I'm not the dude that's going to be on camera up front. Nah, let them do that. That's their thing. And it transpired into this. Now I could be in front of the camera, talking for hours, getting stuff done. You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
it's super cool. And it's actually like bittersweet because back then I didn't know I was going to be in this placement.
It works that way, bro.
Yeah.
It's something else gonna happen again. It's gonna keep going. You might be in a mansion next. You will be in a mansion. You gonna be like, how did I get here? I didn't know. That's how it usually go, bro.
Yeah, man.
But quick question: did you have an idea already of I want to start something like a podcast?
Yeah. I had this idea. I ain't going to lie, man. I had this idea since probably like 2018, 2019. How I really got the idea, it was just, I think it's Elliot Wilson. I think it's Elliot Wilson. He used to do this like segment where he used to be in New York, and it was basically a podcast in the car. He would go around, he would ask the artist or whoever it was questions, what you do, all that type of stuff, and then they will go down and sit and eat in a restaurant and then finish the interview in the car. So when I seen that, I was like, that's interesting. Let me see about that. So I kept watching. I was like, you know what? I could do this. I could do it. I just got to figure out how to. And then after that, I just put all my time in trying to figure out how to do it.
Start with an idea.
Yeah.
And look,
So,
that's how I usually start.
Yeah.
Usually, man, I bucked on my idea maybe for 2 years. I was bucking on it. And what I mean by that, like I wanted to do it, but I just didn't. Like I wanted to get a camera, but I just didn't. Like I said in my last interview with you, I filed my income tax. I paid my rent. I had $500 left. That's it.
yep.
I went on Facebook Marketplace,
Got you a
got
camera.
me a camera, and got it popping, bro.
Yeah.
It started with an idea. Took 2-3 years. got it popping, bro.
Bro, you went up. Like how we was talking about in the first
No,
podcast.
we went up, bro.
Right.
We went up, bro.
Right.
You getting your flowers too, bro.
Definitely,
Flowers,
man. It was just cool. I ain't gonna lie. It was cool to be around that because it was just a learning. It was just all a learning experience. I was just taking it in. And I'm like, yo, I'm really around something that I really want to do, but I'm here learning. And I think that's the best part about it when you're learning. And then it's like, all right, I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? Somebody come ask me to do this, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Quick question. Were you scared making that investment? Like this top quality, making that purchase or jumping head first into it like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Were you scared?
yes, I was. I ain't gonna lie.
What were you scared of?
I was scared that I wasn't gonna be consistent enough.
Okay.
I wasn't scared if I could actually do it. I
Okay.
never doubt myself if I could do it. I could do anything.
Off of that.
If you wanted me to jump off of this balcony and do a flip, I just got to prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? But it was just really that because one, I was like, yo, people, that was like a new thing. I don't really think that people are actually going to want to be comfortable coming on the platform and talking about their life and how they got to where they are. And a lot of people wasn't. So that's why when I started initially, I started with my friends. So it was just, all right, bet. I could build my confidence up. I could have my friends that actually have something going on talk about something, but I got it in my phone too. My original idea was this.
Yeah.
Like when I wrote it down in my notes, like if I read it word for word, it was basically saying I'm going to be going around interviewing business owners, all that type of stuff.
But you know what I realized? Sorry to cut you off. The practice, and not even the practice, your art start with your community. Whether it was the hood for me.
Yeah.
It was the hood. I was shooting videos in the hood, killing it, doing it, and then I started venturing off to like businesses and different organizations like that. But I think the core point is like your friends. We always say we want to like grow separate and we want to do things that's beyond, but it really start with our friends. Like you just said, you started with your friends.
Yeah.
I started with my friends in the hood, so we
Right.
can't forget that, bro.
Yeah.
No matter where we
I
go.
swear, man, I tell people all the time, like whenever you do something, start it with your friends so you could build that confidence because one of my biggest things is like, all right, bet, say if I do post I'm doing a podcast, right? And then somebody hit me up and say they got $500 for me. Now imagine if I can't perform that $500 like how they want to, just because I'm first starting. Now, that ain't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I keep
you
coming.
just started this. I remember the first time we did it. Like, you
Yeah.
was, like, pushing buttons and, like, trying to get it to work.
Yo.
You got it popping.
Yeah.
You was
When
like,
we
"Let's
did
go."
that podcast, I probably bought my equipment probably like a few weeks before that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So like when I did it with you, I was just like, yo, all I know is plug the mics up. I already got the settings to where it need to be, volume where it need. All I need to do is just plug it up and talk.
But that was his start.
Yup.
And look, you getting it popping, man.
Yeah. So.
I sound corny saying that, but just truth. I don't know what other
facts,
words,
bro.
but you getting
Nah,
it
for real.
popping,
Same for
bro.
you too, bro. When I was working with you and we was doing what we was doing, bro, I'm like, this nigga nice at these videos.
It's all about, we're creators, man. I get agitated when I can't be creative, bro.
Yeah.
If I'm at work or I'm doing like a physical job that's not art, I get agitated.
Yeah.
Because doing the same thing over and over is like, nah, it's more to life.
Yes.
So I love the artistry of things. Like I said in my last interview, just having a blank canvas and creating something and
Right.
finishing and be like, oh, that was literally nothing, but it's something now. So I just love creating and putting ideas together. And I think that's to me, that's what life is about, creating and making the world better.
Yeah.
As you get older, you switch your mindset a little bit, right? So you start having more responsibilities. You have kids.
Yeah.
So now it's like you want to come back to home. You want to go out in the world, but you want to come back safely, stable, sane, and you want to provide. I think that's where I'm at in my life right now. And yeah,
That's a good placement though, because some people never grow to get to that. And it's hard. It's really hard. Like people don't, and I'm 27 now and I'm not too old, but
I feel like you've been 27 for forever, bro. Dang.
I turned 28 next month.
Yeah?
Yeah, the 5th.
Dang.
Yeah. But I would just be trying to like, I don't know. I just had this, not even a couple years ago, I had this thing. I was just like, I had a worry that I couldn't end up like what some of my actions were. And some people might not understand that. And it's you don't want to be a product of the poor choices you made. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes poor choices.
For sure.
But you have to get to a realization is like, all right, like I need to start living a little bit more effective to progress in life, one, and to actually get the things that I really want out of life. So I just started taking life a lot more serious.
Congratulations too. I know you just got some certifications.
Yeah, boiler system. I work on boiler systems now, the operation side.
That's what's up. Yo, we was talking about that, man. Right now, with all the political parties going back and forth, I think right now in our community, it's good to get certifications.
Yeah.
Education.
Yeah. Any type of education.
Any type of education.
It don't
keep
even
stacking it.
Yeah, just keep on going. I don't care if you got 10 certifications. Yo, you gonna be good. Like you ain't gotta worry about, can I get this job? Yeah, you can get this job. You're certified.
Yeah, yeah.
And most people aren't certified to do certain things, and that's why they don't get what they want out of life.
For sure.
You need to figure out a skill or something
Trade, man.
something that like it transcends beyond just a regular job, stocking, cash register, all those type of things.
And it's more to it. It's even manufacturing technician.
Yeah.
Things like that in warehouses or in warehouses where you can be hands-on with stuff. Because I grew up in a mechanical field where I'm more hands-on.
Yeah.
But I realized like those are jobs that's stable and you can always get a job. But like we're talking about health too.
Yeah.
It's not always healthy too.
Yes.
So those jobs are good. It keep food in your in your home, a roof over your head.
Pay the bills.
But a lot of times those jobs can affect our body too inside.
Yes.
But we still need a job. So it's other ways to get certifications too, man. It's a million ways. I say as black people now, bro, we need to be educated.
This the best time.
Literacy.
Yeah, bro. This the best time for through this time. And also for you to just have a different mindset of what goes on in different worlds.
Yeah.
We from Trenton. Most people don't have a mindset outside of Trenton. People don't even know how people think in New Brunswick.
Yeah.
People don't chill with people out there because they feel like they out of mind and out of space. And it's we all one. Like you never know what that person in New Brunswick knows or who that person might, like what they do and who they be around. Like you might be a person that's looking for more clients for whatever you're trying to do in your business realm. And just because you don't want to travel outside of Trenton, it's holding you. And you won't never know who these other people are that are like doing the same thing as you, might be like a little bit more advanced at it, but how they can really help advance you get to where they're at. And I want to appreciate you again. That's the thing that I like. You don't even notice. That's one of the biggest things that I took from you. Working with you and seeing where you went, I was like, nah, like I got to take it a little bit more serious. I gotta just be particular who I work with and how I do my work and how I present my work. You know what I'm saying? Because looking at you, bro, you went from we shot that video with BJ at. We used to shoot on Hillcrest. We used to shoot at Somerset.
Couple spots.
Bro, now you shooting weddings.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's a very big jump, and the regular person wouldn't know how to handle that.
It's like coming with age. Like I'm 30. I'll be 35 next month.
Okay.
So I always try to be a step ahead of myself, not rushing it, but let myself know I can't do music videos like in the hood every day, right? Not because it's the hood. I love the hood. That's the target base. That was the target base. That was home.
Yeah.
But I gotta grow. I gotta do different things. And now I'm with people that's getting married.
Yep.
I'm with business owners. Now I gotta kind of carry myself in a different way now, instead of just like being in the hood. And a lot of stuff come with that too, bro.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of videos in the hood. Out of 1 in every 5, something will happen bad.
Right.
Whether bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, nah, man. I have a kid. I'm like, I can't do this. I gotta be selective what I do.
And people, I don't mean to stop you. There's nothing wrong with that either. That's great. That's business, right? McDonald's and Walmart, they don't come talk to the regular, like the owner. They don't come talk to the regular employees to get like an indication of, hey, what should we do with the business? No, they talk to the other people that are in position that way. To see, all right, McDonald's did this way. All right, ShopRite did this way. Let me veer into those sections of what they did because they're going up.
Yeah.
So people need to realize that, like, you need to put yourself around other people for you to elevate.
It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But once you start seeing like other things, like you said, it took for me to leave out of trend. Starting to go to other places to be like, oh, yo, this was, not saying they're living right, but it's opening up your mind to be like, yo, you can do this. I went to Georgia, bro. I did a wedding in Georgia. It was my cousin. And, bro, they had acres on acres with houses. Imagine a big swimming pool with little monopoly houses
Just around it.
just around it. Inside that pool is the land. Monopoly houses is the houses they own.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, y'all own that house? They're like, yeah. Y'all own that house? They're like, yeah. That big trailer? They're like, yeah. You can stay in that house if you want by yourself.
Yo.
I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
It's real life.
Until
yo.
you see it, you don't know.
Yeah.
Until you see it, you be like, oh, okay, this is motivation, bro. When I seen it, I couldn't believe it, man. And right now, it's probably unreal to some people when I say it. But I'm like, okay, it's more to life out here.
Yeah.
So that just opened up my mind to be like, let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
You need to see that, man. That be me when I be going to New York, man. Like when I be in New York and these people got office buildings and stuff like that, or I'm in somebody's crib and they crib 60 floors up from the ground and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, I'm really out here. It's some people that's at work right now dreading to be like literally be doing something else.
But it's not always our fault either, bro.
Yeah,
It's not always, people got that. But some people, don't get me wrong, they work hard for it.
Yeah.
But some people got that handed down to them. Not saying that's a bad thing. Bro, we from Trenton, New Jersey. I know it's cliche to say we from poverty, but we are.
Yeah.
It's like super hard. Excuse my language. I just got out of church, but it's 10 times as hard. As a man, bro, we got to work 10 times harder.
Yeah, every day.
We have to work 10 times harder.
I tell people all the time, I got 2 jobs. I'm doing this. I help people out in the community. I do 10 things, man, just to keep things afloat.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that and understand that because a lot of people aren't trying to advance their life. So when I say I'm doing these 10 things can advance different parts of my life, you know what I'm saying? If I need to hear a different eye on something, I can call somebody. If I need some tips on investing, I could call somebody. Health, I don't need to call nobody. I'll speak to myself. And then all these different sectors, it builds you up as a person.
But you think, like you said, you'll speak to yourself when it comes to health. You think you reached a max as far as getting help with health?
No, I say that because I know my regimen works for me.
Okay.
So like the only time I will go seek other information is when I'm trying to add other things to my regimen that'll help me out effectively.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's one thing that I just added to my my diet is blue spirulina. It helps with iron. It's like a bunch of stuff. It's just like sea moss. You feel me? You put it in
I never heard of that.
Yeah, it gives you energy and all that stuff. You can put it in your water, put some agave in there.
It works?
Yes.
Where can I get that from?
You could get it from
trying to
Whole
replace-
Foods, any healthy grocery store.
Whole Foods expensive.
Yeah, I ain't. Yo,
Bro, I went to Whole Foods thinking I'm about to go shopping. I put everything back in with the Audi, bro. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I got a pack of shrimp. That bitch was like $30. I'm like,
Yo, I be telling people this lifestyle is not no joke, bro. Just eating clean ain't no joke. But the benefit of it is you're paying to put great things in your body. Yeah, man. Even I go to this one organic, it's like a whole organic grocery store. Nothing in there everything is like super healthy.
okay.
Yo, I be buying some stuff out of there. Yo, I bought 5 things one time. That shit came up to $70.
Yeah, that's your investment.
Yeah,
It's okay.
and I got I'm cool with doing that. Like I'm cool with going to the grocery store and spending, let's say $400, but it's all healthy stuff. And I'm cool going back and spending it in a month because I know what it's going to do for me.
Yeah,
That's a
health is
car
wealth.
note for some people. Everybody can't afford to do that.
Yeah. That's how my wife is. She's like that. At first, I used to be mad, but now I understand. She used to be like that with red dye with my daughter. Like I said, to be cliche, we grew up in I grew up in the hood.
I grew up Hillcrest.
Hillcrest, still same thing.
Suburbs.
Right there.
But
That's still trend, bro.
yeah, I was about to say everything wasn't you feel
Red
me?
dye, like we.
I'm eating that same stuff everybody else eating.
Yeah, Kool-Aid, bro. Bad
Noodles.
for you, you know?
Man, pork.
It's terrible for you.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, yo, that red dye not good. I'm like, what you mean? We call it the red juice. It's red. I'm drinking this. Until I had my daughter. And We never gave her red dye. My wife is on her about her diet.
Yeah.
My daughter died. She drunk, she had a lollipop, red lollipop. Ate it all, ate two. When I say, like, everybody say they kid don't yell, don't scream. My daughter don't yell, don't scream. The calmest baby. She had 2 lollipops, red dye.
Sugar
Was
rush.
in the back screaming, "Ah, let me out! Ah, ah!" Me and my wife just looking. My wife knew what it was. I didn't. I'm like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Yo," we stopped the car. We was on the highway. We had to pull over because my daughter was just crying. She just had a rush. I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" My wife just know what it is. I'm like, "What?"
Lollipops.
A lollipop. And I was like, yeah, that could have been it, but she's still a kid. She's 2 terrible 2s. Let me wait again. Happened again. She had red juice.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, but hold on. Not the second time, it happened the third time. And it happened that third time, I'm like, no more red dye. And guess what? I started looking up YouTube things on what can I feed my kid. Guess who page I was on? Yours.
Yep. I appreciate that.
I'm like, oh, health is serious, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's corny to some people, but
It's serious.
it works, bro.
Yes.
Being healthy and eating properly, like, it wakes me up, makes me feel confident. It just gives me that extra. It gives me that extra.
Yeah,
Get up and
I've been
go.
trying to tell people, like, I was taking this mushroom cordyceps extract, right? And sometimes when I was taking it, I wouldn't eat. So, like, it digests in my body quicker and more effectively. So it ain't nothing like trying to, like, if you eat something, like, the water in your body, like, what you ate absorbs that. So I'm like, yo, I just don't want to eat nothing. Yo, when I tell you, I did it for 30 days. But by the time by the second week, the middle of the second week, yo, no alarm clocks. I don't need an alarm clock to wake up. If I want to go outside to run, it could be 30 degrees, 20 degrees. I'm running. I could do it. Running. I'm cold, but I'm running. Ultimate energy. And, like, when I would tell people, they're like, I'm like, yo, seriously, ultimate energy.
You already know. You already knew what it was.
Yeah, it was just ultimate energy. And people don't realize that, like, when you live an all natural lifestyle, you get all the proper sugars, everything that you need because it's already inside of these things.
Yeah.
You don't need to, like,
Quick question. Okay, fruits with seeds in them are good.
Yes.
Is too much fruit bad for you?
Yes. Too much of anything is bad for you.
Okay.
That's if, you know how a lot of people that don't eat fruit, they'll be like, I just like pineapples. It's not good to just eat only pineapples because, one, you're going to have an influx of sugar. You're just going to have a whole influx of all these things that pineapple gives you.
Okay.
And you're supposed to eat a good range of all the fruits so you get, like, everything that you need.
Okay.
So it's like you eat, like, watermelon. That can help with hydration. Mangoes. No, let's do orange juice. Orange juice helps with vitamin C and all that type of stuff. Mangoes is another good one for you. Like, all fruits are good for you, and they all have their own distinctive thing that they do for the body. One probably gives a lot more sugar. Another one probably doesn't have as much sugar.
I know pineapple, because pineapple burn, like, it
Yep.
acid. Like, I eat too much of it, my lips be burning.
Tongue start to burn.
Yeah, I'm like, I had enough of it, but it's my favorite fruit.
Yep. But yeah, anything too much of
Look, you wildin'.
too much of anything could really, like, mess you up in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when I tell anybody, like, if you do want to eat healthy, figure out a bunch of stuff that you like to eat and eat it in moderation. Yeah. Even when I talk to people, I never tell people to turn vegan or be plant-based or vegetarian. I don't tell people to do that. I just tell people, hey, if you want to change your diet, start to eat more fruits and vegetables more.
I feel like it's gonna make people eat worse if you be like, yeah, turn to a vegan, be a diet. They're gonna be like, yeah, fuck you. Go
Right.
eat,
You know, people, and I get it. I ain't been, like, vegetarian, vegan, plant-based my whole life. I've only been doing this for about to be 2 years. So my whole life, I've been eating the processed way. So now that I know that for 26 years, 25 years, it's, yo, let me try something different that might be a little bit more effective to my life. You know what I'm saying? And the effectiveness really counts when you're consistent. So, like, some people might be like, I eat some fruit today. It's like, all right, cool. Like, how many times did you eat fruit this month, though?
Right.
What type of water are you drinking? What are you really doing to make all of this come into one thing? And that's just a healthy lifestyle. And that's a lot to ask for people.
Yeah.
People got to go to work. People don't like the job that they do. And you making them be particular on what type of foods they going to eat, nobody's really going to do that.
Eat, bro.
And I really get this information out. I don't have no kids, but I did it for myself. And I tell people a lot of this information because a lot of the people that I know, they have kids. And I'm big on giving children that first step of having a good chance. Anybody.
Say 1 to 5 is when you can mold the kid the most.
Yep.
Whether it's education, food, things of that nature, and how to structure their life beyond that. Like, again, my wife, kudos to my wife. She know about that. Like, she study it, and for us, it's working. 1 to 5, if you have your kid, that's the best time to mold them.
Yeah.
Newborn to 5.
Yeah. You teach them all the stuff that they need.
Yeah, and it's like you see your fruits of your labor too. Come out them little by little, the food.
Because by the time they turn, let's say 10, 11, 12, and all that type of stuff, you're not going to be asking for no cheeseburgers and stuff.
She want a bowl of lettuce.
Yup.
I'm like, yes. Don't get me wrong. She want candy. She want the BS. But sometimes she don't want a bowl of lettuce.
Yup. And it's okay if they want the BS because you can't hide the BS. There's candy everywhere. You go down Olden, there's McDonald's, Burger King, this and this. So, your best option is to like how you can moderately keep these things away from them while like, all right, I understand you might want to try this one thing or whatever case may be. Just keep them on their heels about the stuff that they do need to eat.
Yeah. But anyway, how do you feel about art, man?
Art, I ain't gonna lie, art is everything. The way I take it to, I'm about to be real particular, the way you write your name, where you sign your signature, the way you walk, the way you talk. It's all art. You know what I'm saying? It's all a form of art. And on a bigger scale, art is life. People don't realize somebody place all this stuff the way it needs to be.
Yeah.
That's art. These houses and these trees don't need to be like this, and that pool don't need to be right there, and this stuff out here don't need to be like that. But it was somebody that had a design that knew that this effectively worked for people. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Even living in a suburban area, that's art. Yeah. Yo, you got some of the same cribs, right? They're probably all the same, right? And whoever was able to get all these families to move here, like in these areas and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And to make people like it. Yeah. It has to be some type of art form in that, some type of design by something, you know what I'm saying? Sure. And I don't think people...
But I realize you have to be careful of letting people in on your art. Mm-hmm. What I mean by that, telling your ideas, right? Yeah. Because people will run off on your art. Say if I had an idea with such and such, I tell them my dreams and my goals, my vision. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people will take that and run off with it. Or you'll see them doing the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. And that happens a lot of time in photography, video, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. You'll see somebody like really run off with your idea. Oh. And you can't do nothing about it because it's already shot. And then when you go to do it, it's like, it look like you're mimicking or whatever. So you're like, that's something I want to share with you just to be careful of. Yeah. Even if it's like somebody you cool with, a lot of times people just like to run off with your stuff.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to notice that too. Like a lot of people just be asking questions to know. I'm not really a type of person that's just like flamboyant with my ideas and telling people. Half of the time, people won't even hear me talk. You won't even know I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I have had times where I'm talking to people and...
I think it's good, though, like to talk and share amongst. Yeah. But you got to be careful who you're talking to. You might not know who you're talking to, but people sometimes ask you questions just to take from you. Yeah. And that's cool. Somebody can be a mentor to you, and you want to hear what they got to say so I could take that information. But I think some people take it the wrong way to take from you.
Yeah, to take it.
So, for instance, if this is your podcast, this is what you do. I don't got no type of gear. I could be like, hey, Brooks, what kind of machine is that? You could be like, that's a Rodecaster. Okay, a Rodecaster what? a roadcaster duo. Okay, what kind of mics do you got? They not asking because they're interested.
Yeah.
They asking because they want to do it and overshadow
Shadow.
you or try to take what you got. So just be careful with that, man. I
Yeah.
always say
And the one thing I
people just
say,
take art.
yeah, and one thing I say about that, I like when people try to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want this. It might sound cocky or whatever. In my defense, when I do something, I know nobody can do it like me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody wanted to go outside and go to different vegan or plant-based restaurants, and they ain't gonna do it like me. You know what I'm saying?
It's all the same though. Not saying people like who are us to be like, yo, you can't hold a camera or you can't start a podcast. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
not.
talking about like really stealing what you had in mind
Yeah,
and taking that and acting like you was nowhere a part of it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
That is true. Yeah.
I think that happens a lot.
Protecting your art,
yes.
putting your art in your craft.
That's definitely number one.
We all mimic in a way, right? For instance, Spike Lee, I look at his movies from the minute it turns on to the minute it turns off. Like all his movies, right? Spike Lee, Martin Scorsese, who else? John Singleton. It's another, a lot of people don't really understand him. He's from the West Coast. His name is, I remember you get old, boy. But he directed Set It Off, right?
Okay.
He directed Set It Off. I forget his name, my bad, bro, if you're listening. But he's a black director and he's creative as possible. But like I said, it's cool to mimic. But what I don't like when people mimic or steal your ideas and don't acknowledge you, act like they don't even know you, or just take it and run with it and just be like, that's why I say protect your art, bro.
Yeah.
Protect your art.
No, I definitely am, and I appreciate you saying that because it's not too many people that actually give that type of lesson. Like, yo, protect your stuff. Like some people might say it, but they just saying it just to say it. I know you genuinely mean that because like of type of work we do, that happens a lot. I just really want to say it's been a journey. I'm appreciative of everybody that I met. Like when I first started doing this podcast stuff and then adding stuff to it, it's cool. I see a lot of changes within myself and I see changes within people. Myself, I'm more just business savvy, just like knowing how to move in certain areas and doing stuff like that. But what I see from people and how they treat me, people treat me, I don't want to say any better, but people treat me now with with more of a not respect, but like I don't know what to call it. Like people are just more intrigued about my lifestyle now.
Yeah. Honoree, man.
Yeah, and it's cool. Humble, man. I just tell people like, yo,
You're living for something.
yeah.
You start living for something, it's a total different way of life.
I swear.
You're here for something, right?
Yeah.
You just want to keep going. And like I said earlier, it's just going to keep progressing. It's going to keep progressing. You're going to start coming up with different ideas that can enhance your business. And it's over now. Like you done started something, bro.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop.
Yeah, you done started something.
I knew what I do was like surreal when I went out to a spot. I was eating and it was crazy. I was just like, dang. I was like, yo, I'm nowhere near my home. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near a town that I was raised in and stuff like
What
that.
led you there?
I was eating. I was going to this. I wasn't at a vegan restaurant or nothing like that, but I was eating at this one spot. It was like a coffee and pastry spot.
Is that the one you posted?
No, I didn't post that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going there. I just had my laptop and stuff, and I was eating and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting like this, and you can tell when somebody's looking at you, but every time I look up, they like this. So I'm like, all right. I said, what's going on? So they started like looking at the phone, and they was with somebody, and it's yo, whole time that was somebody that was watching my video while they was eating, and I was sitting at the place.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm like, oh snap. I'm like,
that's crazy.
okay. I'm like, in my head, I was like, I'm like, this is really working.
Oh, nah, that's what's up, bro.
And I was like, dang, word. I
The
was like,
celebrity.
yeah, I was like, whoa, hold up. I walked over to him. I was like, hey, is everything all right?
You walked up to
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm a real blunt person. Somebody stand, I'll go over and be like, yo, everything all right? Know me? And they was like, nah, I don't know you, but I'm watching you. Like, I seen the
that's
video and I
what's
seen
up,
your
yeah.
face, and I'm like, I was keeping it together. I was like, dang, I was like,
That's mad ironic.
I said,
Out of
did they
all
really
places.
just say that?
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know, man. Whatever, if you got anything that you actually like to do, yo, go outside and do it. It's people watching.
Yeah, man.
It's,
Chase your dreams. Go
Yeah.
for it. Don't stop. You never know where it can take you. Whatever it is. Man, I did landscaping. I had a 4-door Pontiac. I used to put my weed whacker and my lawnmower in my trunk, bro. I couldn't close the door.
Yeah.
Couldn't close. I used to tie it, and I wanted to do something, but I didn't. I thought I wanted to do that, but it was the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
So I stopped that. I'm like, what's something? A camera. So like, follow your goals. Go for it, man. You never know where it could take you. Never know where you could end up at. You meet different people.
Man.
You know, go for it.
I've been doing podcasting since 2019.
It was 2019?
Yeah, I started before with my boy Isaiah. He was doing the podcast. It was so crazy. I appreciate, shout out to Isaiah. Shout out Milkman, man. That's my boy. So this how it worked. We was doing a podcast, right? This podcast was called Spill Milk. But it was like we were playing reverse roles. I really wanted to do a podcast, and his podcast was a way, it helped him be able to talk and get his emotions across. But the real thing he wanted to do was grow weed and be an MMA fighter.
Okay.
Yo, years later, we really both doing that now. I'm really podcasting and going around and doing it, and Isaiah really works for a weed factory, and he does MMA fighting.
Oh.
So it's like, from that point, I knew, bet, if you want to do something, you're really going to do it. You're going to take the time to do it. It don't matter if you're tired. It don't matter if you ain't even got no time.
Yeah.
You're going to figure out some time.
You're gonna figure out some time.
Yeah. And that got me here with you, man. Doing podcasts with other people and going around doing podcasts. People hitting me up and wanting to inquire about podcasts. I'm still about how this is going. It's like, dang,
it got to be going good. It's top quality. Bro.
Yeah.
When I heard the playback and he sent me, I'm like, oh, he got the real stuff. He don't got no $49.99 system. Oh, he got the real.
I think everything that I paid for all together, it was a couple bands. I ain't gonna say how much.
Whoa,
But it was
a couple bands.
Yeah, it was a couple bands because I had to pay for. I was using the phone. I do my podcast with a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still do it with the phone, and
man.
people don't think it's with a phone. So it's to come from that and to keep doing it, and I'll be pulling up on people. They be like, "Oh, you gotta." They don't say that. They be like, "Nah, this how the camera quality look through this phone."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah. That's nothing holding you back. That's no excuses right there. I'm gonna do it with my phone.
yeah."
That's what art is about, man. Having a blank canvas and putting it together.
Yeah, creating
you
that
didn't
scene.
say, got my audio system, I got a camera. You said, oh, I got a camera. Shoot it on my phone.
This right here,
I'm gonna
man.
put it out.
It do wonders. Advertising videos, my podcast videos.
Bro, you gotta be technical savvy. You gotta be.
I tell people all the time, I walk around with, I don't got my third phone on me, but I got 3 phones.
Yeah. For real, bro.
This was the one I record on, and I got another one I will record on, and then this is my regular phone, and they all on too.
But you know what you gotta learn too? You had to learn how Instagram. I'm new to TikTok. I just got a TikTok yesterday. But you gotta be up to date with these social medias. Even though it tarnishes in a way as humans, but it's gonna leave us if we don't.
Yeah.
I teach my daughter about Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, not just to scroll, but how to market, how to navigate through it. Some people like, yo, get her off of that. I be like, no, get her on it.
Mm-hmm.
Get her on it so the world won't leave her. Because believe it or not, whether we like it or not,
this is the world.
On job applications nowadays, they be like, do you have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram experience?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If you out here and
You ain't got the experience, you lost.
you're going to be lost in the sauce.
Man, I tell people all the time, learn how to be technical in some type of way. So you're, like you said, you won't be left behind. If it's you learning how to use ChatGPT to get more effective answers for some of the things that you're doing.
But use it right, though.
Yes,
don't use it to screw. Don't use it as a consumer. We do.
Yeah.
But don't be consumer primary, right?
Use it the most effective way to
Progress. Yeah.
And I think that's what people can't do because they don't properly know. People don't effectively know how to use some of these things. So somebody will be like, hey, I need to make $10,000 in a month. Yo, ChatGPT, what can I do to make $10,000 in a month? Then it spits all the stuff out. But then you try to go do it. Now you outside scamming people.
Yeah.
This
ChatGPT, crazy. That's a tool right there.
Man, it'll take you down some deep rabbit holes if you ask it the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I use it, but I ain't get too deep into it.
I'll tell you how I use it. I'll think of, so it's hard to think of captions, right? Captions, all that type of stuff. I will ask ChatGPT, I'd be like, hey, I have this caption that I thought about. Could you give me a better caption that's more effective and that will make people engage into the post by how you word the post? So now ChatGPT takes what I said and takes it and formulated it in a way that it can have some sentimental value to the people when they watch it.
Oh, that's a play.
I just gave y'all some game.
That's a play, bro.
So now you don't have to think about,
Whoa.
dang, what do I need to say to make people tune in? ChatGPT gonna do it for you.
Whoa.
But you gotta think before you actually put it in ChatGPT, because you gotta give it a prompt of how you want it to be, and then it'll do everything else. So it's not just, hey, give me this caption. I'm writing the caption that I had thought of, and I'm like, hey, make this more effective so more people can look.
training it to think how. I see a lot of videos like that. That this lady was saying she trained her chat GPT to think like a realtor.
Yep.
All her questions would be like realtor related. And her, if you believe it or not, her chat GPT is a real estate agent pretty much.
Yep.
So it already knows what's coming.
ChatGPT and Copilot is my assistants.
Yeah.
Every time I hop on there, I be like, hey, assistant, could you help me? Da, 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 da. And they be like,
sure.
hey, Tyree.
That's a play right there, man. And that's crazy. It's right there. It helps you. It did a resume for me. I use it on little scales like that. Like,
Yeah.
help me with answers on questions, like how to solve stuff. But I want to invest into that too. My boy was telling me, because he's heavy into stocks.
Yep.
And who makes these micro, I forget what chips they call, to semiconductor chips, like, and stuff like that.
Like the Neuralink chips and stuff like that.
Yeah, like that. So I want to start trying to invest into that.
Yeah.
Because I see AI really working.
Yeah.
At first I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
AI is really, it's here now, setting its foundations on the highway, like AIs. So you know that's serious.
Yeah.
Instead of, remember what you call it? It was they had the monkey, the NFT. Remember that? That phase went away.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? It actually didn't.
It did?
Nope. It's crazy. People would thought that it went away. The way, like when it was put out to us, that was like the trial. They was figuring it out, how we could use it, what ways we could use it. Now, a lot of private clubs. Yeah, a lot of private clubs use NFTs now. So this is one. Shout out to the Flyfish Club. Shout out Gary V and shout out my boy Zach.
I met Gary V too.
Yeah. I want to ask you about that event that you went to after I explain this. He basically has a private lounge in New York, right? And the way that you could get in, you could either pay the fee, it's like different packages, or you could buy an NFT. So now the NFT has different luxuries than the regular package. The NFT allows you to be able to go to, say, if they're in London or they're in this place, yo, you could go because you're a member.
With my money, I could buy an NFT.
Let me see if I got it on my phone. Yeah.
But so if I buy an NFT, what does that do for him?
It shows him, it's about to sound crazy. It shows him that you just have the money to be able to partake in private activities.
So what is it, an NFT?
It's basically a picture.
What value does it hold?
I'll show you right now. Oh, dang, I can't do it. It holds. So
I never understood what NFT is.
hold value through whatever coin is being brought through. So if you're buying it through Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's the power that it holds. So it's some NFTs that you could buy for 100,000, but it's because of whatever purpose it has and the power that like the coin holds and all that type of stuff.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of that. Like I ain't gonna lie, you gotta kind of be like really into that.
Into it,
Yeah,
okay.
like that's not something that I would just like. It's
I
not
was
like
getting
stocks.
into it until it faded away, and I stopped seeing videos about it and things like that.
It's
So I just let it go.
because a lot of people were scamming with it too. It was a
Yeah,
big scam.
yeah, it was a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of those would be like little scams just to get the hype up.
Yep.
Have people invest into it, and then it just go away.
Yep. Yeah, because a lot of people would just be money hungry.
Yeah.
Some people were like, just like the baby is getting the baby. It's a few rappers that's getting a lot of flack. They've been putting money into a lot of meme coins, right? And just pumping and dumping. So they'll basically put, say if it's like me, you, and 5 other people, we just like, yo, we gonna throw $1 million in this meme coin. That builds up the hype. So the market value, the cap value, the net value is high.
Goes up.
People gonna buy into it. And then once we see people buying into it, we take our money out because we made money. We have our money and made some more money. And then the people that are still in it, they fucked up because all the market money is gone.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
That's what Bernie Madoff did.
Yep,
That's all he did. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yep.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And it was working. And eventually, that's something like, eventually people the market's gonna crash. Something's gonna happen. Market crash. Everybody was like, give me my money. Couldn't pay nobody.
Yep.
And then it's a Netflix series called Madoff on Netflix. Crazy, bro. It's like a thriller, real life story. And it's crazy to just tell you how he was robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I like watching stuff like that. It's interesting.
Yo, it's super good, bro. It's really good.
And it give you that insight to know, like, all right, like, people think business is transactional through feelings. Yo, business ain't got no feelings, bro. People do the grimiest stuff in business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to know, you just have to know what type of people you're dealing with. You got to really build relationships.
Business is grimy. Always start that until you start to be around
Like-minded.
not only like-minded people, there's levels to it. Because business is business. I don't always want to say it's grimy, but it's business.
Yeah.
So you got friendship, whatever there, and you got business. Business make the world keep going. Everybody have to handle business.
Yeah.
At some point, I knew it was crazy.
Yeah.
But it was it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. It's just cool just knowing, like, me doing, like, what we do and all that type of stuff. It's just cool. I ain't gonna lie. It's cool really having that insight to be able to say, like, somebody could come to you with an idea about business and you just having so much insight, you can just tell them, like, that might not work effectively how you think is going to work. You know what I'm saying? But along with you saying that, you have proof and facts of why it won't work like how they want it to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than just being a person like, that's not going to work. Like, why are you trying to do that? No, that won't work the way that you're doing it. You need to try to do it this way because it's a lot more effective this way. And I know because there's somebody that I know that's doing the same thing that you're doing, and they're doing it this way and it's working. And I don't think most people have that, like, mind frame to even tell somebody that because most people are not doing nothing. Mm-hmm. So, like, when most people tell somebody they can't do something, of course people going to take it as the wrong way because the person going to look at you and be like, what do you do? And it's like, it feels like hating. I don't know. Life is weird, man. It definitely throws you for loops. And
I always say we on a floating rock
yeah,
in space, like paying bills.
yeah,
We're on a rock, right? When I get shattered by life or I'm down, I always come back to this. We're on a rock, paying bills, a floating rock. That's it.
yeah,
We're a planet in a galaxy. There's billions of galaxies, bro.
yeah.
Billions. We're not even sure what's out there beyond this.
We just know what's here, and
We
like,
only know what's
surround us,
here.
and it's surrounding us.
Bro, we're a sand pebble on a beach.
Yeah,
As far as a planet, that's how I look at it, dude. That helped me out in life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that speck of sand, that's a planet, and there's more planets out there like that. When I think of that, it helps me be creative, and it prolongs my health because I come back to being sane. Like, okay, I could do anything I want to do. I'm not gonna let that stress me. It is what it is.
yeah.
It is what it is.
That's how you gotta live, man. I don't let nothing affect me. I can't say that. Things affect me, but
No, we're still
you know,
tangible to feelings.
I know how to manage the things that affect me more.
Yeah.
And I think that helps just running through life because, like, you always gonna have things that's happening. Nothing is ever just gonna be like
Nothing.
yeah. So
You just learn how to cope with it.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. But I want to talk because I know when we were on the phone, we were talking about really touching on how, like, people don't appreciate the work that we do and all. You know what I'm saying? We touched base on it a little bit earlier, but I want to really get into that because that's a big topic that people need to talk about. Like how we was talking about on the phone, there's a lot of videographers now that's not working with people anymore. And they just showing their life.
Yeah.
They ain't got to work with all these other people to build their catalog up. They're just doing the work with themselves. So if it's a video of them sitting in a room like this and explaining the different specs of this roadcaster and then the mics and then, like, how to use it properly, and then talking about the camera and the screen. And people are getting a lot more better results with that because they see that like it might just be the artist getting the thanks and like all that type of stuff. So how do you feel about that?
We do it to always play the back scene. That's our job, to help whoever is hiring us. That's our job, to make their dream come to life.
Right.
So it's not about getting kudos. It's about understanding and respecting the craft and the art that's behind it. It's just like it's their investment, this is our investment too.
Yeah.
So I feel like not even a videographer, because I don't like to call myself a videographer, because that just puts you in just one lane. I like to call myself a creator,
Yeah.
cinematographer,
Yeah.
just to give it a different spec on it. Yeah, I just feel like people don't really respect creators, so
Right.
that help somebody else.
Yeah.
A lot of times they get you, and once you're real with them, you help them out in a certain way, they can not put you down. They dismiss you in a way like you didn't help them. And that could be for any title. But I noticed that when working with a lot of artists, they don't respect the artist that's helping them.
Yeah.
And that led me to be like, okay, I want to work with a certain type of
Artists.
group, or not even a group, certain type of artists. I pick and choose the artists that I want to work with. And not saying that I'm better than, not saying I'm this cocky dude. It's just that, okay, you respect the craft enough to respect the artist as the videographer or the cinematographer or photographer that's helping you.
Right.
So I get a thrill off that. Okay, it's a mutual respect thing now. You respect me, I respect you. So now we get the job done.
Yeah.
And 100% of the time, it works.
Right.
It works. I'd rather work with somebody every day instead of try to work with somebody new that's not respecting the artist that's helping them.
Right.
So that's where I'm at now. I'm not sure if you saw it in your time,
Yeah.
but you definitely will see people not respecting you.
Yeah.
People just want to get
I ain't
their
gonna lie.
camera
I
out you.
see it now. I'm not the person that's forefront with the camera work I do. So I remember one time I was somewhere and I was having a conversation with somebody, and it gets to the point like, what do you do? I'm telling him this and this, that. And he was like, oh, word, like I'm a rapper, or he said something. He was like, yo, let me see some of your work. So I started showing him some of the people that I just like worked with through other people or did by myself. And he was like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, what you asked for if you wasn't trying to inquire about anything?
Yeah.
And he was just like, I don't really know if you could do the work, man. I said, I'm showing you the work that I did. Like,
sure.
What else you want me to show you? What else do you want me to do? And I'm not a person that convince people like, I don't care. Yeah. And it really just stuck to me. I'm just like, I see what people want. People want you to prove to them that you're good enough for them to work with you.
Yeah.
I don't need to prove nothing to you. Yeah. If my work can't show it, fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm not asking to work with you. Cool. It's going to be somebody else that you know that's going to work with me.
Sure. And
You might
he's
not.
Come back?
Yeah.
Come back?
And the first thing you're going to say, who did that? Oh, it was these people. And I'm going to be one of those names. And when I pull up to help out, you're going to be sick because I'm still here doing what obviously you thought I couldn't do.
Yeah.
And that's the good part because I know my work is good. I know if I come to work with you and we doing work, yo, you're going to let me freely, you can say, hey, do this and this. It's going to get done. I don't know. I felt it. I felt it in different times. And I ain't going to lie, it feels good to know that like people will try to doubt what you're doing.
That comes with the best of us.
Yeah.
That comes with the game.
Yeah.
People said LeBron couldn't shoot when he came into the league. He
Look at
got to the league. Like, you can't shoot.
You get what I'm
Then
saying?
obviously he got better and better, but you're going to experience that no matter what, bro.
Yeah.
I get that.
I like it though.
A lot of, yeah.
It make me work harder.
Yeah.
Because like, it was crazy, right? That happened, right? Finish the story off. That happened. And then the project that we helped with his mans, he was like, damn, he hit me. He's like, damn, bro, that was hard, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He's like, yeah, bro, one day we gotta, and I fuck with your podcast stuff, man. We gotta get it going. I'm like, yeah. When you wanna sit down and wanna talk about it, let's get it going. But until then, I'm treating it like it was before. I'm not good enough to work with you.
Right.
And I always keep that in the back of my head. There's nothing petty about that, no nothing.
But would you still work with him?
Yeah.
That's dope that you still would.
Because I don't hold nobody. I hold people accountable, but like in business,
Yeah. That's good that you still was like, okay, we can still work. You know,
it's
no
business.
hard feelings.
Yeah. But if
Yeah.
that was on a personal level, I'd be like,
Nah, yeah.
because your moral compass is not right. Business, I understand what business
But
is.
that taught you one thing. It taught you a couple of things, but this one thing, it taught you how business is. Like people want to see, they want to see.
Yep.
So that taught you, okay, now like somebody want to inquire you, you know what they want to see.
Yes.
So now it could sharpen you in a way too.
Yeah, and I appreciate stuff like that. So that's why, like now, like people be hitting me up and all that type of stuff. It's so real. I be feeling like it's so real. It's this app called Calendly, but basically it helps me just keep everything in order. So if I have a podcast coming up or I got to meet up with somebody, anything, I could put it right in the thing, and then it's like, all right, bet I got that set for that day. I got that set for this day. Got this set.
Making moves out here.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to get this out here, man.
How do you pitch your health journey or your health journey? I was gonna say, do you pitch your health journey first? Of course, that's first because that allow you
Do
to
everything
move.
else. Yep.
But do you pitch your podcast too and your health kind of journey?
So it's neck
You're
and
doing
neck.
both.
Yeah, I put it. It's both. So my health journey is a part of my podcast because I interview plant-based restaurants, vegan restaurant owners, people that eat clean and stuff like that. And I get to tell people a little bit about my lifestyle that helps them be a little bit more understanding of how I'm living. So I incorporate both because that's like the real way of like how things should go. Your health comes first. Then with your health, you get great things that come beyond it. So that's my podcast, the advertisements, whatever else I'm doing. And then boom, you get to be able to live like a more decent lifestyle because you got things put in order and stuff like that.
It's feel like your mind just felt good when you eat healthy.
Yeah, I love it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'll never go back to eating meat.
Yeah.
Never in my life, bro.
You know what it feel like? You ever wash your car and it feel like your car rides smoother? Mm-hmm. That's how I feel when you eat healthy.
Yep.
I eat a salad, poop it out. Feel like a washed car, brand new car.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Word up.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk a little bit. We spoke about the documentary we want to do. I know documentaries is your bread and butter. You love doing documentaries. You love telling stories, and so it's gonna be cool. I don't want to give too much to people, but it's gonna be cool when we
got something. Let them know.
we got something brewing up, man. It's gonna be a documentary, basically explaining our area. I can't speak too much on any other areas, but it's going to be about our area and how about just healthy living and healthy lifestyles is just like not a thing around here, and how much more you have to do to live a healthy lifestyle. And that's most of the times why people don't do it. I just want to put the light on people. People say they don't know where to go, where to start. This documentary is going to basically be a jump start to help people be able to understand where to go, where some of these things are, how to do some of these things, you know what I'm saying? Just everything in all. So we don't have to like go and be like, hey, we don't know where any healthy food spots is. Oh no, there's one like 15 minutes, 20 minutes away. There's probably one 30 minutes away. It's probably one an hour away.
That's the thing about it. They be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes, an hour away, but they're still around.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people all the time. Like most of the times when I go eat and I'm traveling, going an hour and a half, 30 minutes, and it helps me. And this is another thing that I've like realized with what I'm doing. It's a communal thing. So like Vegan Eyes, shout out to Vegan Eyes, shout out to Kaya's Kitchen, shout out to La Luz Vegan Cafe.
Where can we go? Or are they?
These are all, Vegan Eyes is in North New Brunswick. It's only probably about like 45 minutes away. Kaya's Kitchen is by Belmar Beach. It's probably like an hour away. La Luz Vegan Cafe, she closed down the actual shop and turned it into a food truck. She just opened up the food truck, I believe, the beginning of the year, I believe. And that's in like the Burlington area.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah, so
they are around.
Yeah, they are around. But the thing is that I like about what this is coming to is, all right, Vegan Eyes, that's in New Brunswick. Yo, there's a whole community of people that know my work in New Brunswick. go to Belmar Beach. There's a whole community of people that know my work in Belmar Beach.
That's love, bro.
Down South Jersey, there's a whole community of people that like know my work because the people that have these restaurants, they talk to people and be like, hey, like this person is like, they coming to do this here. Or like somebody random might see my stuff on Instagram or something like that. It's just, I don't know. It's super cool to know that you built something up and you're not just recognized where you're from.
People always watching.
Yeah, you're recognized by people you don't even know.
Yeah.
And that really feels good. And it's not because I'm doing like anything money wise. I'm giving people information and game on how to help their health.
Yeah.
That's what that's what makes me excited.
Sure. And it's not costing you a dime.
It don't cost me nothing, bro. It don't cost me nothing to turn this on and put.
Well, this costs you.
Yeah, this cost me, but just the camera and me talking, that don't really cost me much to give you guys any type of information. Information is free.
Yes.
And I just want people to like just be more health conscious. Yeah. Like I said before, people got kids out here.
All of this was mental health, and it helped.
Yes.
This is like talking to you, talking, it helped.
Yes.
Bro, I'm a quiet person. Used to be a quiet person. Opening up now, like when we talk about health, this helped my mental health, bro.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
I feel like this was much better than the second one. Why I say that? Because I was more comfortable, more relaxed. And the first one, I was jittery, shaking. I wasn't sure.
Right.
But this one, I was just like,
yeah,
let's go. It is what it is.
Yeah, bro.
On a rock.
Yes.
Floating in space.
That's how it should be, man. We giving out game. We giving out information that people need to hear. Why not? There's not too many other people doing it. Why not? If we're going to be the ones that do it, let's do it. That's what I'm big on. I like giving out game and information and helping people out. My job every day is to help people. I work for a nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
So every
that
day.
That sounds like a love job, bro. Like
yeah, it's super cool. I super enjoy it. I'm about to be doing it for 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, as soon as after I got out of high school, I've been doing it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it's even with that, I think that right there, that part of like my life working a job helped me be able to get to this and do all the things that I'm doing. Because it was a point before COVID, schools of, let's say if it's New Brunswick High School. If New Brunswick High School donates to my job, I have to go give a speech to these people at this school. So remember how like you will go to the auditorium in the elementary school and then you got a speaker?
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you now.
That's me when I will go to these different schools and thank these people for giving us stuff to give to the community. So like I appreciate my journey of like, that helped me with public speaking.
Yeah.
Know how to like get people to like engage in the things that you're doing, how to get people to really be interested in what you're doing.
I feel like this helping you and me with public speaking too. I feel like this helping.
I remember the first time I went to a school and I had to give a speech. Man, these was little kids. This was like kindergarten through 5th grade. I'm sitting there and they was like, hey, do you have a speech or something? I'm like, nah, I ain't got no speech. I was like, but I'm gonna talk to these kids though. So standing there, like whenever you're ready, just go. I was like, good morning, everybody. I was like, good morning, everybody. My name is Tyree. I said, if I stutter, if I mess up or anything like that, please don't hold it against me. This is my first time doing this. And everybody laughed. After that, I got everybody. I was like, I'm more comfortable now. I'm like, if they laughing at me, I'm cool. I'm cool. Because now they actually going to listen to what I say.
Yeah.
And they going to understand if I like
they
mess up.
understand,
Yeah. And I was teaching the kids a lesson. I'm like, yo, this is one of my first times really doing this.
Right.
Don't ever be, that's what I led with. I was like, this is like my first times ever doing this. That's why I explained it that like that. Don't ever be scared to do something.
Yeah.
My job just told me I had to come here and do this.
Yeah.
I'm here talking to you guys now. And now being 27, I probably started my job at.
He said if I stutter, they started laughing at you.
Yeah, everybody.
I felt that dude, bro.
You feel me? The kids, the adults. I'm like, all right, bet. I was like, when that happened, I was like, it's go time. I was just like, you know what? I'm here. I work for Urban Promise. We help the community in East Trenton. We help this many families all throughout the week. And this is the number of families that we help for the month. Hey, I appreciate you guys because these type of things are going to really help those people that don't have something get something. Whether it's Pampers, wipes, this, that. Yo, I'm here to give it away. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the resources to do it. And I'm starting to understand now that right there, that one little piece, having the resources to do it, it's hard to get.
Yeah, hard to get, man.
Hard to get.
Remember you gave Pampers out?
Yeah.
I'm like, Pampers, bro?
Yeah, Pampers and wipes. Bro,
I'm like, Pampers.
man, I gave somebody Pampers to last for a whole year.
Bro, I saw it. And I was mad because my daughter just grew out those Pampers. And I was like, dang. I remember what size they were. I think they were like a 2 or a 3.
Yep, I had from, what's the highest? They go 2 to 6, 2 to 5?
And I go to 2 to 6, I think.
Yeah, I had from 2 to 6. $50,000 worth for all of it. I had to get it out.
Jeez. I was about to have a baby just so I could get those. Bro, let me get those.
Yo, people would say, they be like, man, I'm about to have a kid because you just got all this stuff. I'm like, hey, do what you got to do. I got it for you.
Yo, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man.
For doing this, man.
It's a pleasure, man. I think I want to ask you more about just a few more things. I want to ask you more about now where you're at. Tell me about your event with, I think that's the Fanatics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that. How did that go? How did that feel being in that setting?
Yo, shout out to my boy Kev, man.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Kev. That was a play he connected me with. They needed a video editor, and first came to mind was me. And that was one of the best experiences I had in my life, bro.
Yeah.
One of the best experiences in my life, bro. When I say I met everybody. I was at the panel with Lil Wayne and Stephen A. Smith, how they be doing their panel on ESPN. That was there. I met Carmelo Anthony. I met Michael Vick. I met Peyton Manning. I met Jabbar. I forget his name. He played for the Lakers. He do the hook.
Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Kareem
Dang.
Abdul-Jabbar. I met so many people. Who else? Man, it just kept going, bro. But my whole job was to be the editor. But I didn't even do that. I did that, but I had another job where it'd be kids in this big room. It was a big sports event, like baseball, basketball, football. And we would just have to pick random kids. Kids didn't know about it. And if we see a kid with a baseball outfit, we'd be like, come here to the kid. You want to meet your favorite player? They name their favorite player. It'd be doing autographs in the back room. We'd be like, wait 5 minutes. We got a special gift for you. We'll wait 5 minutes to put that play together.
Yeah.
That basketball kid met Carmelo Anthony. We had Carmelo Anthony wait while the kid come back to the room and meet him. While the kid happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, yo. Carmelo a regular person, but the fact that I can help somebody.
Yes.
And I grew up to Carmelo ballers. Now,
Right.
bro, I grew up to you, like, mimicking your style, your braids. Like, I'm like, yo, it's Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yup.
I'm like, okay. These regular people, but it's like people I respect and people I grew up to, the music, the basketball. But that event was crazy. I met so many people, made connections, and it came from an idea.
Yeah.
I bought my camera with my last $500.
Yo.
I bought a camera, bro, and it just led to me to just venture off and do other things.
Yeah.
And that's why I say it's always good to just go for it. Invest into your dreams. Because now I'm making plays. Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Like, it was this dude. Heck, yo, it was crazy about it. We had Paul Pierce in the room, and we was like, we need a Celtics fan. Soon we said that. A young guy, he was about a little younger than me, about 25. He walked past with a Celtics jersey.
I was just like, come here.
We said, come here. We said, who's your favorite player? He said, Paul Pierce, bro. This random, though. This
Right.
He said, Paul Pierce. We said, come here. He met Paul Pierce. I still got the video on my phone. He kept thanking it so much. He was like, yo, bro, thank you. Thank you. I'm like, I can't believe I just made that play happen.
Yeah.
I helped somebody. You take me to see AI, bro. I'm 35. I'm fainting, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fainting, bro. I'm like, yo, this is crazy how the world works, man.
Yeah,
you get back what you
surreal.
put in.
Yeah.
You get back what you put in.
Seriously. And just being older and just doing a lot more, like, more positive things. I understand that wholly. Like, you wake up and you smoke every day, you drink every day, you're just trying to do the bare minimum, you're going to get the bare. You probably get less than the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? But if you wake up, you work out, you eat well, you take care of everything you need to, you're going to get the tip top results of that.
Yeah, you get the results of your labor.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
What you put in is what you get out.
What you get out. That,
And if
man,
you
that's
ain't
true.
getting nothing, you ain't putting enough work in.
Yeah, that's for real, man. Also, too, I want to get in the habit of keep going hard, keep going, because that could turn you, it could come backwards on you because it could feel like you're not doing enough.
Right.
And you'll be burnt out. You'll be like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. When you're really doing enough, but you just see other people
Doing more.
online, it look like they're doing more. So you're burning yourself out or tricking yourself into something
Yep.
that's not even there. So most of the time you are going hard. It may not feel like it at that time. Or you might not understand it until you just sit back and think about it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's how it was for me, man. I felt like I wasn't doing enough until I really sat down and started looking at the feedback that I get from what I do. I was like, dang, I got to stop thinking that I'm not doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm here living it. Like I'm able to sit down with you. I'm able to sit down with people that have, like I said, vegan restaurants. This is surreal. This is real. Like these people really work every day towards their goals. And I'm able to sit down with them and have them tell their story. I tell people I sell stories, man. I get people stories out.
And you never know who you will meet, bro. A lot of times I met people that make moves that's in powerful positions as far as putting people in positions. And you will never know on social media. They might have a social media. You probably get 2 likes, 1, but they're on there.
Yeah.
And they're
somebody.
They're somebody.
Yeah.
So it's not always about who's looking good on social media.
It's about who's watching you. You
Yeah.
got 3 views, you got to think about like, all right, one of these people might be somebody.
That's why I always treat the janitor as you would treat the CEO. And I live by that because you never know. I used to be a time in my life when I was young where I used to treat the janitor bad and treat the CEO with the utmost respect. So I didn't know no better.
Yep.
So I started thinking, and the janitor probably wanted to be a janitor. He probably got a CEO mansion at home. Just probably what he want to do. He might have 10 degrees, but you might want to work at McDonald's. So I always look at it like that, from that perspective. People might want to be the best fry cooker at McDonald's.
Yep.
That's probably what he want to do. You
Yeah.
can't talk that person into being like
If he's happy
a
doing
judge
that,
or a lawyer.
yeah, let him
what
be
you wanna
happy.
do,
Yeah. Yep. And that's a big thing that like I always been on. I like to do things that I'm happy doing.
For sure.
So I would have been quit my job if I ain't like doing it. People
Yeah.
wake up and literally have to do things that they don't like to do every day. And that messes people up.
That's majority of America, though. Bro.
Yes.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Majority of America. That's why art,
Yup.
man, I just love it, bro. Because you get to tell that story.
Yup. It's expression.
It's expression, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to work on, too. I want that to kind of correspond with your project that you want me to shoot. I want to kind of implement that in there, too, with health.
Yeah.
Not just what you consume into your body as far as food, nourishment to the mind, too.
Yeah.
And your physical body.
Yeah.
So all that comes in mental.
Yeah. It's all one.
That's why I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm serious about doing
Yeah,
it.
I'm with it, bro. We definitely going. Yeah, when I tell you, yeah, we going. Yeah, there's gonna be something way bigger than what we think. You know what I'm saying? And plus, where you're at and where I'm at, we bringing the audiences together to listen to one thing that's very effective for everybody. That doesn't just work for me. It don't just work for you. It don't just work for your wife. It don't just work for your daughter. It works around the world. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm trying to be the face. Have a face in that, you know what I'm saying? Like people come to me like, yo, even though people already ask me, hey, what things should I like? But it's hard because like people come with like the bare minimum. I like ask people like, what's some things that I should eat? I say like, I need to know how you eat now to tell you what you need to stop eating, or like, how much do you eat in a day? So I could tell you need to replace some meals with something else so you could get the more effective lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And people don't even really know what they eat on a daily basis. Yeah.
Barely know, bro.
Yeah. It'd be cool to know that people want to change and they could come to me for the direction. I really take keenness into that.
That's how watching one of your podcasts and number 1 to 9 on the list on the back of, you said a soda or
On the fruit.
on a fruit. I never thought of looking on the back of a fruit to see a number. So you said the highest is
9.
Is that bad or good?
That's good.
Okay.
9 is organic.
Okay.
Anything a 3, 4 is bioengineered made, so basically like it's fake. And in the middle it's like it's real, but it has modifications.
But I feel like when it comes to FDA, how do we really know? Do we really know?
Yes, it's a big difference in the taste.
Okay.
And one thing is a big thing that like some farms actually do their stuff without any pesticides and all that type of stuff. A lot of people do it with farm with pesticides because you can get a higher yield, not as good as of a product. So they get to make more money essentially.
Yeah.
While like still produces this product. Yeah, like it's crazy. Once you really get, just like with videos and stuff like that, once you get into it, is different levels. Like once I got into eating healthy, I started to understand
What made you start eating healthy?
conscious decisions, getting older and want to live more of a effective lifestyle.
I understand that, but you was young thinking like that. People don't wait to start eating healthy until something happened.
Yeah. I didn't like my body. I didn't like myself in my
Okay.
body. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was a lot more bigger. I was like 260, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was like 260. Dang, I ain't like that.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
like a lot of people be like, I didn't notice. It's not for you to notice.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to notice.
Right.
You're not going to notice, like, because you're not worried about my health.
Mm-hmm.
You're not worried about my weight.
Right.
You're not worried about none of that stuff. That was something that I was really like worried about. I'm like, man, I'm 260. I'm like, man, I need to figure out how to cut all this out. Like,
Yeah.
So I really just started taking steps. The first thing I actually really did was juice.
Oh, yeah?
That was
Oh,
like
yeah, I remember that.
2017, 2018, I was juicing. I'd probably juiced every day for probably like 2 years straight or a year straight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Make your own juices?
Yeah, like my own juices, just all right. Because when I first started, like it wasn't people actually really. There were, but like we didn't really have TikTok, and people wasn't really showing their lifestyle and healthy lifestyle. They were just showing like the most like the smallest things of it. So like I started juicing and stuff, drinking these juices. They saying detox juice, this. All right, I'm trying. See no changes, but did a little bit more. Then it was just one day I was like, dang, this shirt don't fit no more. I'm like, dang, these jeans don't fit no more. And then like you walking around in the house, somebody like, dang, what happened to your clothes? I said, it worked. I said, bet. Threw all my clothes out that was too big. I said, this the new me.
Zip is work, huh?
Word
Shut
up.
down, man. I'm joking.
Ozempic definitely do work. And then we stopped.
But, yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it was really a
Do you work out?
Yo, you know that was the crazy thing. Everybody thought I was working out. I didn't work out.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Start eating healthy.
Yeah, that's it. Because I used to tell people all the time, the way that like how this works, working out is probably like 9-10% of it. Everything else is how you eat, what you put into your body. So that's why you see some people that are like super big, but they probably can't run, jump, do all these things because their body mass is too big. They can't really do too much.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have a person that's like more of a lean person. They probably do a lot of calisthenics. Look at them. They could just like hop, jump, run, skip, flip. It's like it's different tiers to it. Some people still eat a lot of processed stuff. That has an effect on like your gains, how you could lose weight.
See, I like cheese, man. I heard you gotta give cheese up.
You got to give up. I ain't gonna lie. You got to give up cheese. You got to give up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just put it like this: all dairy products, right? Eggs, because eggs come from a chicken's menstrual cycle.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Sugar, white sugar is the worst. Sugar out trumps any other drug in the world. Fentanyl.
Yeah, sugar's the number one drug.
Sugar is the number one drug in the world. So if you cut out sugar, dairy, anything that's processed, anything, you will have a way more effective lifestyle because the things that you're eating has a lot more fiber. It's like natural. So it passes through your body way better than eating a cheesesteak with cheese and then a bread with a white bun and like all these things.
So good, but it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's just not good for you. And that's what they made us think. Yeah, like you need to have these things. Yeah. If we need to have these things, I was supposed to been die.
That's how I know. All the stuff we're not supposed to eat, like steak, chicken, all this stuff, we have to season it to make it taste good. Like you have to season it thoroughly.
That was an apple tree. I could go pick an apple.
And eat it and taste good.
Tastes good. Got sugar, got all that
Peanuts,
stuff.
bro. You could grain. Go out and just eat it. My question is, okay. Back in the day, ancient history, like what did they eat?
Fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and
They
vegetables.
didn't have no fridges.
No fridge.
They didn't have a bunch of salt to hold this food
They
over.
had fire.
Yeah.
Whatever they did with it.
I think they used to eat fruits and vegetables and grains and all that type of stuff. But when the divide came from this is what I think. This is probably not true, but this is what I think. When the divide came from when we stopped living the life of bartering systems and people had to start paying for stuff, that's when people start eating meat because you have to physically pay for something now. All right, cool. Somebody give you all these cows, right? It had to be one person to say, hey, these cows hold something, right? And they have all this stuff and we could use it for something. But that was only because you had to pay for it. A lot of people wasn't giving up cows for cows. There's one person that had cows. There's one person that had the grains and the apples and stuff like that. So I really just think like when people stopped using the barter system, they was like, all right, we got to figure out how we can have a way more effective way of living and all that type of stuff. And that came with people not being able to get certain stuff. So people started to become scavengers. So now people have to go out and hunt rather than just saying like, all right, hey, Diego is 15 miles that way and he has apples and corns.
Oh, yeah. You got to make it work. You got to squeeze stuff out now.
Everybody ain't got money.
You got to get creative with it.
Now you got to
Like
get...
how slaves had to get creative with their scraps.
That's why like we eat some of the things that we eat because people had to get creative.
Bro, I was just talking about this to somebody, and that's slavery food we eat. Like how we eat it. Not to say yams and sweet potatoes are bad, but it's how we eat it, right?
Yeah.
But like the ham hocks, that's bad. We get the leftovers, the scraps. That's terrible.
Pig intestines, pig
and
feet.
I think about where they eat that at. Where that come from? That come from the South, right?
Yep.
And where slavery started? The
South. Yeah.
So that's why food is so good because of the sugar. But we had to make something taste like something.
Yeah.
To eat.
Yep.
It's bad, bro.
And people don't realize that. People take advantage of like how we living right now. Like people overindulge, and people gonna do what they do, but you don't have to overindulge as much. Like it got to be in moderation. Drink enough. I would tell people to drink like spring water or coconut water to taste, but it's good for you. It's good for your blood.
Coconut water, trash.
It's good for you though.
Yeah, I had some of that actually, but it is good for you, bro.
Yeah, stuff like that. It'd be little things like that could just make a change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody eat a little bit more effectively and healthier. You don't have to become vegan, plant-based, vegetarian. You don't have to do that. But one thing you should definitely do is eat a little bit more effectively for yourself so you can like live. You can thrive. Like you can actually live. You don't want to be like, we shouldn't be getting the itis. Food should give us energy.
Yeah, energy. That's how you know. If you have to go to sleep right after food, bad. It's terrible. You should be woke. You should be up.
You should be able to go do something. Like, and it's not like that. I'm no professional. I'm just here to give you guys the stuff that I learned. And this can help you in a very effective way. From what I know, I have two people. So Diego and the director at my job. My director at my job is plant-based now. And it was because he watched my videos. So I appreciate you guys. Watch my videos, and that just goes to show you that he's been eating processed food and all that stuff. It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to get more information to understand different ways of living. We go to other people when we want to learn how to make more money. So why don't we go to people when we really need to learn about health? If your health not good, you're not going to be able to make no money. They're going to be making money off of you. So why keep giving money to these people when you know that they aren't doing the most effective thing for you? It's people that have been on blood pressure medicine, all these medicine off of these pills, and honestly, they have, if not the same problems, if not worse problems, if the medicine didn't kill them off. And it's dang, you watch one person go through that, you watch another person go through that, watch another person go through that. Yo, how many times through your lifestyle are you gonna just see people go through that with bad health and dying, and you not be like, all right, let me make a little bit of a change? It might be hard. Anything is hard. But at least you know it's like, all right, I'm not going to go through what they went through. And then now you could teach what was taught. That's all I do when I go outside. I teach what was taught. I taught myself a bunch of stuff. I got around people and learning different things. So now when somebody asks me a question, I can answer it. Or if I can't answer, I can lead them to the person that can answer it. I don't know everything about videography, but I know when I need to give somebody some tips, I'd be like, yo, go hit Diego up.
Yes, sir.
And that's the best thing about it.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah, I want to say I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Everybody go follow Diego Gordon, Red Vision Production, right?
Yes, sir. Diego Gordon, Rare Vision Production. That's like my business page. I do weddings, corporate events on that page. And my personal page, Diego Gordon. It's like a mix of everything. Check me out.
Yeah, man. And I want everybody to tune in. Student of the Game, SOTG.Network. Follow me everywhere. _Puff Daddy. Where my video is going to be coming out soon. Going to be gearing up for our documentary. So you guys definitely be in tune for that. And I just want to say thank you. You guys didn't have to tune in. You guys don't even have to care about what we're talking about. But people still do tap in and hear the information and take what they need from it. So I appreciate you guys as well. We out. Everybody have a blessed day. Everybody do numbers, man. We out.
Yes, sir.